Hi there, we are back for another episode of Shadowbringers, and in this episode I want to do the level 80 quest for Red Mage. Before I start the quest, I want to show you where you can get the item level 430 gear. So we teleport to the Tempest, the Ondo Cups. Before you can have this gear, you have to meet some requirements. So you can check this in your journal. Complete class and job quests, Disciple of Magic job quests. Scroll down to the Red Mage quests. So, there it is. So, you need to complete the level 70 quest from Stormblood before with Heart and Steel. The next Red Mage quest will be available from Aria once you have met the following requirements. You must have registered a product key for Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers to your service account. You must have completed the main scenario quest Shadowbringers, and you must have completed the role quest A Tearful Reunion. So you can check this. The role quest, Magical DPS, A Tearful Reunion. So this is complete. Then the next requirement was main scenario Shadowbringers main scenario quests. Scroll down. Oh no, that's the wrong. Shadowbringers. This quest need to be completed. And that's all. The level 70 quest from Stormblood, Shadowbringers main scenario quest, and the level 80 role quest for Magical DPS. So, and now you can talk to Greenold here at the Tempest at X 34.2, Y 25.7, Z minus 1.5. Choose Magical DPS, Journeys and Gear. So, the weapon, head, body, hands, legs and feet. Let's equip this. Oh, this looks nice. Really cute. So, place with more light. So, this is the weapon and the gear. But this looks really cute. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so then let's go back to Modona. Here we are. And this quest starts in Modona at X 22.5, Y 7.9, and we have to talk to Aria. Succession of Steel. Reward is some grade 7 materia. Aria seems excited to see you. Sweet, I was about to go looking for you. I've had a letter from Xronotia, and he asked me to pass on a message. Ahem. Aria, I hope this missive finds you well. Should you come across Sweet in Revenant's Stall, pray send her to me in the Alamegan quarter. I have need of her help. What could be happening in Alamigo, I wonder? Well, I suppose there's one sure way to find out. Let's go. Alamegan quarter. Ah, how wonderful to see my two erstwhile students, and not a moment too soon. We are glad to see you too, Thrun. So I gather the situation is not a happy one. You gather correctly. You'll recall the brotherhood I was once part of, the Crimson Duelists? Well, it seems the keepsakes left behind by my deceased colleagues have run afoul of some enterprising grave robbers. When the duelists met their end some 2 decades past, I was too deeply engaged in my own battles to give them the burial they deserved. And so I did what many before me have done. I collected the blades of the dead and interred them within the tomb of the Iron Sword. With the Alamigo much settled since the initial reclamation of the city, I judged it time to pay respects to my fallen comrades. That is when I discovered the tomb in disarray, and one of the duelist's swords missing. It would seem such petty acts of larceny have become common of late, and although the resistance speaks of taking steps, the army has its hands full overseeing the restoration efforts. But it's said that unrest and dissent have largely disappeared under General Eldon's command. Why the sudden rush of law-breaking? Well, now that the emperors have been beaten back, those who once suckled from the empire's teeth are forced to look elsewhere for the wealth to which they are accustomed. For some, this means taking up a life of banditry. And for the lowest amongst them, it means ransacking the resting places of their countrymen, a crime I do not intend to leave unpunished. As things stand, however, I have yet to deliver said judgment. This particular gang is uncommonly swift of foot, and I must temper my attacks lest I slay them ere learning the location of their stashed loot. Thus do I turn to you for assistance. Capturing these thieves alive will be far easier with an extra pair of hands. If it's extra hands you need, then count me in. Without red magics at your beck and call, nay, 'tis too dangerous for one still relearning her art. I've been practicing against the creatures of Modona ever since we parted ways. My magics may not be what they once were, but I can cast the initiate spells well enough, I promise. The monsters in Modona are not to be trifled with. That was a risky path to take at this stage of your training. I took risks, yes, but not foolhardy ones. If I don't push myself to my limits, then I'll never catch up to you or Sweet. I wager you'll not take no for an answer. Very well. But you do not leave my side, understand? Yes. Thank you, Xrun. You won't regret this. The three of us, then. Bloodhowie is where these grave robbers ply their unsavory trade, and the edge of the graveyard is where we shall meet. I'd like to simply snatch up these grave robbers, but they have proven an infuriatingly slippery foe. A foe who now knows my face. Which is why you, Sweet, must play the role of deceiver. Search the graveyard until you find the thieves in question, then convince them it is in their best interest to slink over here to the east. Once the scoundrels are too close to escape, Aria and I will spring our trap. You looking for trouble, mate? How big a fool do you have to be to just wander up to a gang like this? What are you doing over here? You'll find far richer spoils in the graves to the east. You should hit eastward. I saw a patrol sweeping the grounds in the west. Yes, the patrols. Soldiers, is it? Then we'd best be moving on. Thanks for the warning, friend. Oh, and not that we doubt your word or anything, but you'd best come with us. Call it a show of good faith amongst thieves. We'll be waiting just up ahead. Don't you worry about our two mates. They went ahead to the east, just like you suggested, and us, will someone's got to eliminate the competition. Ah. I completely forgot how to fight with this class because I did this level 80. I have no idea. 1 month ago, I guess. But I survived somehow. Nicely done, sweet. We caught these two completely off guard. And I must say, Aria, you exceeded my expectations. You've made impressive progress in such a short length of time. Yes, I knew those lessons at the Mage Guilds were worth it, even if it was painful to begin at the beginning again. Oh, I see you've been cracking open as many books as you have monsters' skulls. Your dedication to the fundamentals has certainly paid off. Now, I counted 4 brigands the last time I was here. Knowing what I do of such villains, I assume the other 2 sought to waylay you. Yet here you stand with scarce a hair out of place. All jesting aside, I suspect your skills have surpassed my own. What trials must you have endured to forge such strength? I fought on another star to save the world from oblivion. I fought on another star against heroes turned villain. Yes, this. Against heroes. Another star! Even your adventures play out on a stage beyond my wildest imaginations. And this talk of sin-eaters, was it? It sounds to me as if your battles took place on the edge of suffering itself, where the heart and steel of even the mightiest red mage would be tested. But whilst it is endlessly gratifying to hear the exploits of one's former students, I suppose we should return to the matter at hand. Once we had subdued these ruffians here, a few threats cleaned us the location of their ill-gotten gains, all buried in a box in the royal hunting grounds, or so they claim. I believe another division of labor is in order. Aria, pray hand our captives over to the resistance, then wait for us at the tomb of the errant sword. Sweet, you and I have some digging to do. Royal hunting grounds? Ah, okay. Do you feel that? The ground, it's soft, certainly not as packed down as elsewhere. I think we found their cage. Phew! Glad I am to have found this before they hauled it off to the black market. I cracked the lid to check the contents, and the box is indeed filled with stolen goods, including one rather familiar sword. Come, we should return these articles to the tomb. With any luck, Aria will have arrived already. Right, let us return these relics to their rightful places. That should be the last of them. But what of your comrade's blade? Would you indulge me in a moment of nostalgia? The man who wielded the sword suffered from shallow reserves of ether, and so he commissioned a weapon capable of channeling his energies in the most efficient manner. As you might imagine, the custom blade thus forged cost him a small fortune in coin. We would taunt him in his empty purse without mercy, of course challenging him to become a mage worthy of such priceless steel. His reply to our jeering comments would always stay with me. Even should I fail to do this steel justice, it will remain long after I have perished. A kindred soul shall take up the sword, and then you will see my coin was wisely spent. His hopes for such a legacy died with the Crimson Duelists. I entombed the blade, believing that no new mage would rise to claim it. But I was wrong. You two stand here as living proof that our efforts to revive red magic were not in vain. Twas when I discovered the sword missing that I was put in mind again of my comrade's words. And I wonder if he did not orchestrate this affair from beyond the grave, if only to remind me of his will. Sweet, you appear to have a distinct taste in weapons. This blade, I think, should belong to Aria. But I'm not even your student right now. I don't think I deserve to have it. I made a promise to you, did I not? that once you learn to harness your ether, I would take you under my tutelage once more. The way I see it, you have more than upheld your end of the bargain. Accept the sword, Aria. Be my apprentice and help me usher in a new future for the Red. You should take the sword. Are you still afraid of the spirits of the dead? You should take the sword. I will. If you would offer to accept me as your student once more, then let this be my answer. It is done. Let us present here this day swear a new oath, to fight for the common good with pure heart and unbending steel. And so concludes our business here, but as much as I should like to accompany you back to Modona, I fear my own pilgrimage must continue. This war with the Imperials has Alamigo teetering on the brink of uncertainty once more, and I must assume the situation is most taxing for you and your fellow Scions. Thus, for the time being, shall I keep my blade loose in its sheath. I may be but one man, but know that I shall remain vigilant against the Empire's machinations as I chart my course across the lands of Eorzea. I am sorry that I cannot yet devote myself to your lessons, Aria. The demands of the road are such that I cannot take you with me, and still hope to move as swiftly. Your oath takes precedence, of course. I'm ecstatic just to know you'll be my mentor once again. Please stay safe on your travels. I appreciate your understanding, and I will stop by the aid your progress in Revenant's Toll whenever circumstances permit. I take my leave then. Fare you well, sweet. When next we meet, I expect your scarlet hues shall be ever the more vivid. Shall we make our way back to Modona then? I've been so consumed with restoring my magics, but now I have a new goal, learning to wield my new sword with perfect execution. With Xran's instruction, I mean to become a red mage worthy of his comrade's weapon. And I wouldn't say no to any help from you either, sweet. Complete. Your achievement? So, Dualistic Duelist is the new title. Let's see, character. Dualistic Duelist, there it is. So, okay. And that was it for now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye!